Guerrilla Football just launched on August 16th. This is another game from the Guerrilla Sports Collection, but now you're in football, of course using the same locomotion as Gorilla Tag in a VR sports competitive game. This game is too new to have any reviews, yet over on the App Lab sorter you can see it does have one 5-star review, technically giving it the top rating of 5 stars. I'm sure that'll change quickly as some of you get in and help them out with more reviews as to what this game is like, but since it literally just launched, thought you might want to check it out early. Guerrilla Basketball is another one showing that people love these Guerrilla Sports Collection. Also from Fangu Studios, same thing here. You're using Gorilla Tag inspired locomotion, but you are bouncing around playing basketball with your friends. This game has about a 4.999 rating with 96% 5 stars, 3% 4 stars, and only 1% 1-star ratings. People saying things like, it's so good, still good, even with the 4 stars. They said fix the dribbling and it'll be 5 stars. And only one person giving it a 1 star and saying trash. Although they are an NBA fan, I'm guessing by their username. Overall, everybody seems to love this game and it's got one of the highest ratings and a lot of ratings on the game. Funky Monkey is here looking like a miniature version or an extremely early build of Gorilla Tag. It advertises, welcome to Funky Monkeys, a place to play, laugh, and jump around. Game's managed to get almost 100 ratings and about a 4.7 rating, all in the short time as it's come out in March of this year, with 88% 5-star ratings, 8% 4-star, and a split across 3, 2, and 1. You got all different reviews here from people saying, okay, it's just okay. People saying, funniest game, great game and all, really solid fan game. People bringing up that it has improved over time as it's been on App Lab, and as we'll see in a trend of all of these games, lower reviews, often people directly trying to reach out to the developer, asking them for something rather than rating the actual game. Orangutan is coming in with about a 4.6 rating at 91 ratings. Yet of course another Gorilla Tag inspired game. They mentioned there's many maps to explore with your friends unless you don't have any like them. They do also have backrooms maps. This game, of course, like Gorilla Tag, but also with some extra mechanics like spider web slinging, all different kinds of rooms to hang out in. It's only been out since December of last year, and with 92% 5 stars and only 4% 1-star ratings, the rest are pretty split down the middle. People saying the game is really cool, it's better than other games like it. Many people pushing for why they should get to be a mod for the game in the actual reviews. Like a lot of these games, it can be hard to glean any really good information in the reviews, but some people said they had trouble with it letting them join lobbies, people thanking the developer directly for bringing their game to App Lab, and a lot of people fighting for mod in the reviews. That's not what the reviews are for. Monkey Unky is getting us down to that 4.5-star rating territory, but this one's got 84 ratings. A VR game, of course, where you don't have legs, you gotta move with your hands, you can play with friends, or you can mead other people. Yes, I said mead, not meat. The game advertises that it has many game modes, and even in the trailer they talk about good moderation, although I'm not sure if for the trailer they hired the most robotic voice actor on Fiverr or if that's the developer themselves.
There is a good moderation, and if you want to help join our Discord.
With that, the reviews are mostly positive, 83% 5-star and only 7% 1-star, the split down the rest. Of course, here we are back at it again in the reviews, people saying, can I please have moderator? Can I have mod for a vid? And you have to really sort through the reviews here to even find anything helpful. Apple here, thank goodness, actually bringing up some good feedback. They said that there's no vibration while walking, the turning is too slow, there's no barrier at the horror map so the big monkey can spawn kill you, and it's refreshing to see a review with some actual feedback here. Of course, if you look at the low end, people are saying that people are abusing their admin behaviors, the game is bad and they got kicked immediately, or that they didn't like the talking wasn't working for them. When I tried this game out a while back, I will say the Christmas themes were kind of fun and interesting, and I thought it was funny how they had a kick hammer instead of a ban hammer. Definitely another one in the whole sea of Gorilla Tag clones. Bad Tag comes in at about a 4.4 rating with nearly 100 ratings. Another VR multiplayer game where you're hanging out with your friends using your hands to control you. Game has been out just since December of last year and is sporting 79% 5-star ratings and 10% 1-star rating. Thank goodness for people here like Maxi2 who actually give real reviews saying that it's an absolute blast. It blew them away and they were surprised. They say that the controls are really smooth, they work really well. Not only that, there is more to this game than what appears, with a storyline that you can uncover through things that you're finding clues throughout the game. Of course, the rest of the reviews being a complete mixed bag. Some people saying that the updates did make the game not as good. Other people saying bad things about the moderators and the creators, which sadly is true of any of these free Gorilla Tag style game reviews. One person saying they gave an honest review, although they say it's but, and then it's Chad 10 and said Rule 34 even applies to this. Don't Google that. Raccoon Flyers is getting us down into that lower 4 category, about a 4.3 star with 50 ratings. Although I will say this is one of the more well done games as far as Gorilla Tag clones go. Not only have you got all the Gorilla Tag mechanics, but you've also got the ability to fly. There's power-ups that can enhance your raccoon's abilities. They say that this game is made for both casual and hardcore gamers alike. This game just launched in February of this year, and it's sitting at 76% 5-star ratings and 8% 1-star. People saying that this could be one of the best Gorilla Tag fan games. Not only have you got all of those mechanics, but you've got the ability to fly in it, even citing there isn't mean or toxic people, at least not yet. I will say it's kind of funny they chose raccoons rather than flying squirrels, but there are a lot of squirrel Gorilla Tag games already. People, of course, talking about getting banned for no reason, and this review actually made me laugh out loud when I read this. Among Us says that, cool, unban me please, give me mod and meet me. That's probably one of the most sus reviews when they're saying unban and then give them mod. Definitely makes a lot of sense that they're gonna do both those things in one stroke. Although this is not one of the highest rated, this is one of the ones I would say might be worth checking out if you're into these fan games. Speaking of Skwurl, we got Skwurl Runner still in the 4 stars, about 4.2 with 80 ratings so far. Reject Humanity, Become Skwurl. This game interestingly touts itself as horror, simulation, and social. Skwurl Runner came out pretty early last year and is sitting at 77% 5-star, only 10% 1-star ratings. You really gotta fight through the reviews at this point to find anything reliable, but people saying they enjoy the game. They wish there'd be something like hide or seek mode and other mini games. Other people saying it's just the locomotion of Gorilla Tag with stuff retexture from Sketchfab, although the developer responded that they made everything from scratch. Some people even saying that they're only playing this game because they're banned from Gorilla Tag already, and with other people saying that they like that the game has a much more chill community than Gorilla Tag itself, or people just saying squirrel, 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 squirrel. Monkey Labs is giving you that usual Gorilla Tag style, but with some of the highest requested features from other Gorilla Tag clones. This game has horror modes, it's got a laboratory to play around in with other objects, and although it's only been out since April of this year, it's got nearly 90 ratings with about a 4.2 rating. This one a bit more divisive than previous ones, 79% 5-star but 15% 1-star ratings. Some people talking about how it was easy to get the special items, people of course asking for mod, but some people saying how they really like that it's different from the other generic fan games. There's just a couple of game modes, but others mentioning those game modes like horror mode and PvP are actually really good. If you look to see what people are saying bad about it in the 1-stars, people bring up a lot about how the Discord would reward people based on their content and how well it performed on YouTube, but then some of them saying that they put in more work than other people did on YouTube and they didn't get the same badges. We see the developer jumping in and responding to most of these and at least making an effort to still make people happy with the rewards that they got for attempting to make content on the game. Cebus is definitely one of the better known Gorilla Tag fan games with nearly 600 ratings and about a 4.2 rating. This game just dropped in April of this year, and not only does it have the original Gorilla Tag modes, but it has a bunch of different modes and maps that you can check out. 75% 5-star ratings, but an 11% 1-star, dragging those down. Of course, you've got multiple people here talking about getting mod in the comments, people saying not to ask about getting mod. Some people who have actually gotten mod are talking about their experience being a mod and how great that's been, but bringing up how the game has been getting hacked. This actually was what took down a really popular Gorilla Tag style game called Capuchin, and it's been a real problem for some of these other more popular games. And in those lower ratings, people bringing up they're having problems in the zero gravity room, people saying that some of the new updates have ruined things that they liked about the game, and people also bringing up these issues about hacks. This is definitely a problem we're starting to see more and more in the Gorilla Tag clone world, and something to be cautious of to think about before you're downloading any of these games. Polar Chase has over 200 ratings with about a 4.2 rating, making it a little more well known. It also is a little bit more unique for a couple reasons. One, it has a better lobby organizational system than Gorilla Tag itself, in my opinion, with just simple doors to take you from game to game. And two, it is one of the games that it is literally hard to find a review that is not asking to be moderator. I actually had to dig through the 75% 5-star, 13% 1-star ratings to find reviews that had anything helpful and not just asking for mod or even slightly suggesting it without directly asking. Some reviews even giving it a lower rating, saying that there's a problem that people are constantly asking for mod. People with the good reviews do point out that it does have a lot of different maps, of course, including some of the regulars like backrooms, horror, but even other side quests like trying to help someone find their burger. If you do decide to check this game out, maybe don't ask for moderator. Flamingo Flyers is our last game that's above 4 stars, so you may just want to disregard the rest of them after this. With 55 ratings, this is a 4.01, I would say. Although Flamingo Flyers does have some unique things about it that I like. The sandbox mode lets you get in and create your own things that actually kind of reminded me of Minecraft a little bit with their square design. There's different horror modes, and the graphics on this one actually looked a lot better in my opinion than most Gorilla Tag clones. A recent addition just coming out in January of this year. We've got an interesting split, 76% 5 stars, only 2% 4, and the rest 22% 1 stars. People saying that this used to be great and one day everything changed. Of course, asking to be moderator to help fix it, and a lot of people saying the game has broken, the game crashes and no longer opens, but more recent reviews saying that it's still fun. As the last of the 4 stars here, if you get in, maybe leave a review, let them know what you think of it. Now that we're under 4 stars, prepare yourselves. Proboscis has 53 ratings with about a 3.9 rating. It says the possibilities are endless. Just dropping in January of this year, the game has got a pretty hard split in the ratings here. 64% 5 star, 25% 1 star. People saying that it's just a straight up ripoff. People misspelling horrible. People misspelling unoriginal. People saying they didn't know they had to be 13 when they installed it, and the developer responding, you're supposed to be 13 to even own a Quest 2. But a lot of more positive reviews. People saying the owner might be rude, but they gave him a 5 star and said it's really fun when you get in. People saying it's a cool game, obviously like Gorilla Tag. And some people citing that it just really has no glitches. Sometimes I feel like the bar is a little low for these clones, but hey, this one's up there with 3.9 at least, I guess. Bird Runners is a game that I've looked at before, and it actually had better ratings before. With over 130, this has slipped down now below the 4-star ratings because they're working on a remake and they shut down servers. It's something you can still get in and check out solo if you really wanted to, but it's been out for well over a year. June of last year actually was when this launched. Now the game still has 53% 5-star, but that's 17% 1-star pulling it down. People asking, how do they play with people? Not knowing that the servers were shut down. People saying that they did really like the game because you can actually fly around, you have your bird claws to help you climb. It's kind of sad to see how some of these games are aging and having to change out, but I'm interested to see how they remake this, as some of the mini games like the sword fighting and basketball were something kind of unique to this game. Also, why in so many of these games is JManCurly's head just laying around? Monkey Bouncers is like Gorilla Tag, but in the autumn season, making the colors kind of blend together a bit much in my opinion. With nearly 150 ratings, this is down to about a 3.7 star. One nice thing that's different about this game is instead of everybody asking to become a moderator in the comments, people are just asking for the mod menu in the game to have more mods or be added back in. With 56% 5-star ratings and 25% 1-star ratings, we're pretty split here. The game advertises mods in the trailer, but people of course saying add the mod menu, it'll make the game better. People saying that the bounciness is laggy. People saying they want mods back in the sandbox menu. And people just spamming trash, buggy, even more broken than it used to be. It's an interesting thing how in the Oculus store, something that's still in the 3, nearly 4-star range, a lot of times has a lot of really rough reviews, and it's hard to find any game with below a 3-star rating. I've had several people in the comments suggest we take a look at Robot Tag, but this game is pretty controversial. Over 400 ratings put it pretty close down to a 3-star rating. This of course is another Gorilla Tag like game, but you're robots. They've got other modes, of course. You can play hide and seek, horror modes. It's been out since October of last year, and with a hard split here, 48% 5-star, 34% 1-star. People saying just don't get the game. People saying that the community's bad. Other people saying it's great. There's no one being toxic. But multiple people in the reviews coming directly after the owners. People saying that there's a lot of stolen assets and toxicity. One person saying they were the creator of RoboRun and they tried to help this game become a better game. To be honest with you, between Robot Tag's reviews and the developers' responses directly to the reviews, this is not something I would say go spend your time in. As we've seen, there's clearly plenty more Gorilla Tag clones with much higher ratings. Luckily, it does seem like the Oculus Store does a pretty good job of suppressing the games that get the worst ratings. Dungeon Tag is one you've probably never heard of at barely a 3-star rating and only 10 ratings. It says it's not just a game, it's a social gathering hub where friends can meet up and new friendships can blossom. Although this game has only been out since June of this year, the reviews are terribly split with an equal percentage, 40% 5 stars and 1 stars. People mad that there wasn't a horror mode, people asking for mod, people saying that it's good, that it's nice, that it's boring. The developer at least saying that horror mode has been temporarily disabled, explaining the lack of what people were seeing seeing there. This is a new game, so we may see ratings change over time, and maybe this will get more popular if it's actually worth your time, but at this low of a rating, I wouldn't recommend even checking it out. Play at your own risk in the trailer seems very fitting. As I mentioned earlier, it's so hard to find any game below 3-star the way the Oculus Store works, and it took some real digging to find Macaque Tag with only 5 ratings and a 2.5 star. This is actually an older build, and the trailer really doesn't show you anything here, but the developer's saying that it will be on App Lab and it is going to be good. As the way the rating systems work, you can see here that it's 40% 5-star and 60% 1-star. People saying this game is going to be so fun soon in the future when it comes out, and people saying that it sucks because you know that when the dev themselves says that it sucks. With all that, there's another 20 Gorilla Tag clones for you out there with some real stinkers there. We tried to go as deep as we could and find some rough ones for you. I would only stick to maybe the first third of these if you're actually looking for ones to play, but hey, you saw trailers, you saw reviews, you can make the decision yourselves. Thank you once again for being here with me, and I will see you in another reality.